Hello, my wonderful Pisces. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, so the card that we have for you guys is Patience and Planning. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck here? We have Stand Your Ground. And so you guys could be seeing double or triple sevens, which is symbolic for you being in some sort of an analytical period, right? Looking at a situation, or maybe even paying close attention to the details of a situation and asking yourself, is it worth it? What is working? What is not? And also acknowledging where there may be room for improvement. With the Stand Your Ground card, it's giving me the energy of the Seven of Wands in tarot, where it's like there may be something that is a deal breaker for you in this connection, or there may be something here that you don't agree with. And so this is about standing your ground even during a time of, adversity, or not agreeing just to agree, right? So being honest with yourself. Okay. And with Patience and Planning, I definitely feel like this could be more of an analytical week for you. There could be some sort of a plan that you have in mind when it comes to this connection. Or maybe for others of you, you feel like there needs to be some sort of a plan in place, especially if you feel like this connection lacks stability. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Tower. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Something that was once working, or I should say something that was once working no longer is. Eight of Pentacles in the Tower, so like a foundation crumbling. Maybe you feel like this is a connection where you got off on the wrong foot with this person, or there was some sort of a false start. But Eight of Pentacles is, practical effort. So you may feel like this is someone who is invested in this connection. They were meeting you halfway, but there could have been an abrupt change in this dynamic. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords. I can read this two ways, Pisces. It could be someone who's viewing you as feeling hurt in this situation, okay, or feeling maybe betrayed in a way, but I also feel like they are viewing you or this situation as something that is causing them to feel very torn. I'm getting a strong energy of someone who feels like they are in between worlds. And so what I mean by that is there may be mixed emotions that this person is feeling about this connection this week, or maybe some days feel easier than others, but there's like I guess the best word for me to use is torn. Like this person's feeling very torn when it comes to the situation, when it comes to you. And I do feel like they're going back and forth, between two different options or two different things. And by options, I don't mean, you and another person. I mean, there's like a lot of emotions at hand, but I feel, for example, maybe some days this person's more frustrated and other days they're wanting to forgive the situation or wanting your forgiveness depending on the situation here. So I am getting quite a bit of mixed emotions here. They could feel like you are hurt, or they know that they have caused some sort of pain in one way or another. So we have the Ten of Swords followed by the Seven of Swords in the challenge position. Okay. Well, first I would like to address that I feel with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, this could be, or the situation could feel very difficult. Okay, so some of you genuinely feel betrayed by this person, or you feel like what caused an ending was very painful. So there could be something that you're still in the process of accepting, but it feels very difficult to do so. Now, for the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords to come up in the challenge position, I do feel like it's someone who feels they haven't been honest with you. With the Seven of Swords, that could be dishonesty, that could be strategic behavior, but it's when you're not being completely transparent. And with the Ten of Swords, they do feel like that caused an ending between the both of you. So not only is this person acknowledging that they've hurt you in some way, I do feel like there's a level of guilt that they feel with the Seven of Swords showing up in the challenge position. There may also be something that this person wants to actually admit to or come clean about. It's like, I want you to hear it from me. But this is also something that's, again, mentally impacting them. The first three cards in the spread, they're all in the Swords energy. So I do feel this is someone who feels like the situation is really stressing them out or causing them a lot of worry this week. How are you viewing them? Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you wanted something to feel more stable. For others of you with the Ace of Pentacles, you could feel like this was a very short-lived connection or it didn't really get off the ground here. And the other way that I can read this is some of you are viewing the situation as, not progressing the way that you want it to, and there could be something new that you're manifesting, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a new beginning with this person. It could be a new beginning elsewhere. It could be a new opportunity when it comes to your job or finances, that sort of thing. So let's see what's going on in your feelings. And I also feel with the Ace of Pentacles in terms of like how you're viewing the situation or this person, many of you were expecting more. And I don't mean that in a entitled way, but I mean that in a way where Ace of Pentacles is like an offer or an opportunity that you actually want to invest in. So some of you feel like, I really desired this person or a relationship with this person and I put my best foot forward, but we're not where I want to be. We have the Emperor in your feelings and we have the Ace of Swords. There's a level of wanting to speak your truth. I feel like you're having some sort of a breakthrough moment this week when it comes to this connection, and it could make you feel a lot less confused, but also there's some sort of a leverage that you have because of what you're figuring out. So I don't mean that in a negative way where, you have, you're holding some sort of power over this person, but I mean it in a way where you're receiving some sort of clarity. So it's, clearing up the confusion that you have. And it's also letting me know, or the way the energy is coming through is there, you definitely do have some sort of leverage here. Emperor is like when you have the ability to do something to change your reality. Like there's something you can do or something that you can say because of what you know. So this could resonate differently because I am reading for a lot of you, but I do see some sort of information that helps you move forward, and that helps you kind of feel like, I know what's going on now. I don't have clouded thoughts, or I'm not as confused as I was in the past. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. We have the Knight of Pentacles in your feelings and the Seven of Cups. So I definitely see some sort of confusion that is clearing up for you. You may also feel, because of the pace of this bond or something taking a while to get off the ground here, you may find that your emotions are changing or you're growing impatient with the situation also. And the Seven of Cups could really also just speak about mixed signals. So when you are, or how you're feeling about the situation, or when you're thinking of this person this week, you may feel like this is someone who has sent you mixed signals in the past, or even if you felt like you had it figured out, or you were very certain about where you and this person stands, they may have, it may have been very confusing, or what you thought you knew didn't really last for long is pretty much what I'm getting at here. I also feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, you may have a question of why things are taking so long, or why this person is taking long to do something in particular, depending on your situation. There's something about the timing or the pace of this bond that is causing you to feel a bit perplexed here. We have the Eight of Wands clarifying the Ten of Swords, okay? And we have the King of Cups clarifying the Seven of Swords. There may be something that this person is suspecting, and in no way am I, accusing you or telling you, Pisces, that you did anything wrong, but what I see in the challenge position with the King of Cups clarifying the Seven of Swords is like this person could be suspicious of something, or they're trying to figure you out, but they may feel like you're kind of moving in silence, right? Because like I said when I touched on the Seven of Swords, it could be a very strategic behavior where you're like picking and choosing what you want to share, right? So it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, but because this person doesn't know what you're up to, or if there's a lack of communication, I do see someone who's kind of not really getting riled up, but like jumping to conclusions. With the King of Cups, I feel like this is someone who really wants to speak to you. This is coming through as like really wanting to have a heart to heart conversation here. And Eight of Wands and King of Cups, I mean, this could be someone who's reaching out to you this week. Some of you could be conversing with them as you're watching my read. And you may find that this communication is moving or progressing very, very quickly. And you may also feel like you did not expect this person to reach out. Now, the Eight of Wands is a card of communication, but it also actually touches on manifestation. So, with the Eight of Wands followed by the King of Cups, there could be something in particular that this person is manifesting from you. So, like whether it's like communication from you, an opportunity to bump into you, an opportunity to, work something out with you or pursue a connection with you, there's definitely a specific outcome that they are manifesting here when it comes to the connection with you. Now, I feel like there's something here that you've helped this person work through in the past, but it's like a reoccurring issue. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's a very specific message. But with the Seven of Swords and the King of Cups, like there may be something that this person opened up about, and you kind of were helping them work through it. And maybe you thought that very issue was over, but I see something from the past that you specifically helped this person work through resurfacing this week. So if it's not something they're communicating to you, I'm just picking up on an energy of it resurfacing for them. So they are thinking about it, or it's an issue, it's like an ongoing issue or something that is coming up for them again because it's somehow impacting them, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so in their feelings, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, and we also have the King of Wands. This is someone who is very passionate when it comes to you. I think there's a very fiery energy, almost an urgency to rush in or to pursue things with you. What's interesting is the first card that came out in their feelings is the Queen of Swords. This may be someone who really wants to get something off their chest, but you have some sort of a guard up with them, even if it's particularly this week. And so this could be someone who feels like they struggle to get through to you or speak to you when you are disappointed or upset with them, right? So like maybe in the past when you guys disagree on things, you're usually the one who kind of mends things or you initiate the conversation. But even if you're conversing with this person, the energy that I'm feeling from their emotions here is I really want to tell Pisces something, but I'm not sure how they're going to receive it, or I don't know how to say it. So, like, you could be in a very detached energy, or you're all ears and you're open to listening to this person, but maybe you're not really in this space of like sympathizing with them, right? Or maybe you're not responding to them how you usually do. So, they are kind of viewing that as a block here, is what I see. We have the Four of Swords in their feelings, and we have the Seven of Wands. And I was saying I was getting the Seven of Wands energy with stand your ground here, right? So I am strongly getting that this is someone who could be very protective over this connection. This is someone who is thinking about you in a period of solitude with the Four of Swords. But I also feel like there's something here that you guys are not seeing eye to eye on. And it's almost to the point where this person feels the only way you guys can overcome that is by agreeing to disagree. So this is going back to the energy that I was getting when I opened this spread, right? It's like, maybe there is something that you guys don't agree on, but this person feels like we can't just agree to agree. Like if that's something that we both don't see eye to eye on, fine, but I don't want it to impact the connection, but I also don't want to lie to myself, right? Or just agree with Pisces for the sake of agreeing. So I do see that there is something here that they could be a tad bit defensive about. And I don't really see that as, a huge thing or something dramatic, but there is an energy of, okay, we need to agree to disagree. With the Four of Swords, this could be someone who's feeling very restless this week. There could be something to do with their sleep that is, or their sleep is somehow being impacted by this connection. We have the Fool card, followed by the Page of Cups. in the potential outcome. So yeah, especially with the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Fool card and the Page of Cups in the potential outcome now, I feel like this is someone who is reaching out to you, who's going to send you a message. Even if they are feeling a bit anxious, I feel like the desire to work something out with you or express their feelings to you is going to outweigh the worry that they feel or the anxious energy. The Fool card is being clarified by the Five of Swords, and the Page of Cups is being clarified by the Lovers. What's the Lovers? Two of Cups. Wow. This message may cause some sort of internal conflict for an energy here. So like if this person reaches out to you, it could be that you're happy to hear from them, or if you're conversing with them, maybe the conversation is smooth sailing and you're like, okay, this is going good, but there could be some sort of internal conflict with the Five of Swords, whether it be like feeling like you can't trust this person and trying to understand if you could kind of rebuild or regain, or if they could regain your trust here. There's something that you're kind of thinking about and going back and forth about when you receive this communication. But with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, I do feel like there's an important decision at hand. The Lovers is this person feeling very connected to you. I do believe that it's someone who's in love with you with the Two of Cups here. But I'm strongly getting that a decision needs to be made in order for something to actually take off here, right? So with the Lovers, it could be in the potential outcome, this person is expressing their emotions to you, acknowledging that they care for you, but there may be some sort of a large step that this person needs to take in order for the both of you to move to the next step in this relationship. Whether that be, spending more time together, whether that be consistent communication. Maybe for others of you, it's someone here needs to physically relocate, right? But there's some sort of a large change that needs to be made, or a large step that this person needs to take in order for the both of you to move on to the next step or next level in this relationship here. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.